Most people think it's the guilty people who talk themselves into trouble with the police, but they're wrong. Innocent people are the ones who often make the biggest mistakes because they think they have nothing to hide. Here's the 10 things you should never say to the police. Number one, search wherever you want. Why would you say something like that? You have a Fourth Amendment right under the Constitution to be protected from unreasonable searches and seizures, meaning that the police need probable cause and a warrant to search your home. So why would you consent to a search without a warrant? If you do that and the police find incriminating evidence, your Fourth Amendment rights are waived and you cannot challenge the search at all. So never, never consent to a search unless the police have a warrant. Number two, I'm going to tell you everything I know. No, even if you're innocent, you shouldn't tell the police everything you know, because the more you talk, the more you are likely to contradict yourself, say something inconsistent, or say something incriminating. Less is more. Number three, I don't need a lawyer. A lot of people, I don't want to pay some lawyer thousands of dollars to defend me. I can deal with it myself. Wrong. Lawyers help you navigate a very complex legal process. They know how to challenge police searches. They know how to challenge confessions. They file motions. They know how to protect your rights. You don't. So when you don't hire a lawyer, your chances of succeeding in any litigation or in criminal proceeding is very low. Get a lawyer. Number four, I can explain. The more that you explain, the more that police think you are guilty. You shouldn't need to explain every little detail. And the more you talk and talk and talk, it seems like you're trying to prove something. It seems like you're defensive. You don't need to do that. Again, innocent people for some reason think that silence is somehow incriminating. It isn't. What's incriminating is what comes out of your mouth. And the words that you say often create suspicion and put you in a position that you otherwise wouldn't be in. So don't explain. Keep your mouth shut. Number five, I'm just going to answer one question. You say that to the police, and guess what? One question turns into 10 questions, into 20 questions. And before you know it, there's an entire record of you speaking, contradicting yourself, saying inconsistent things, not remembering things. Don't think it'll stop at one question. Once again, keep your mouth shut. So many people get convicted of crimes not because of the evidence, but because of their own words. Number six, I'm happy to take a polygraph. Why would you say that? First of all, a polygraph is not admissible in court. But more importantly, polygraphs are not reliable. They have many false positives, meaning it can indicate that you're being deceptive when you're not, which will make investigators far more suspicious of you. So don't volunteer to take a polygraph. Don't be so cooperative with the police or so nice thinking they're going to go easy on you. Once again, less is more. Number seven, I was just guessing. Never, ever answer a question in which you are guessing or speculating. Our memories are not perfect. You may say something that is not true, that you later need to correct when you finally remember a particular detail, and you don't want to be in a position where you're changing statements or changing stories. That only increases suspicion. So don't guess. Don't speculate. If you don't know something, be honest. Say, I don't know. Number eight, ask anybody. Don't say that. Ask anybody? You know what the police are going to do? They're going to ask other people, your friends, family, and they often are going to have different stories than you did, even if it's the smallest detail. And that creates inconsistency. That leads them to question you more intently, and that leads to greater suspicion. So don't tell them to ask anybody. Say the truth, keep it concise, and that's it. Number 9, I don't need to think about it. Yes, you do. When the police ask you a question, if you're not sure of the answer, it's fine to say, I'm not sure. Instead, you say, I don't need to think about it, and you start rambling and talking and talking and talking. Eventually, you stumble over your words. You say something that doesn't make sense, or you say something that seems suspicious, even if you're innocent. So, yes, you need to think about it. You need to keep your mouth shut. Once again, it's the words of people that often are the things that sink them. Number 10, and this is probably the worst of all. Fine, I did it. I don't care if you're guilty. Don't ever confess to the crime. I can't tell you how many times a client will confess to a crime, then call me and want assistance. And I say, well, you confessed. You said you did it. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that, but I was nervous at the time. I was trying to be cooperative. No. The second you confess, your likelihood of a conviction skyrockets. So, to review, 10 things to never tell the police. Search wherever you want. You have a Fourth Amendment right for a reason. I'll tell you everything I know. No, you won't. You'll keep things as concise as possible. Number 3, I don't need a lawyer. Yes, you do. Number 4, I can explain. I'm sure you can, but that explanation can get you into trouble. Number 5, I'll just answer one question. Turns into 50 questions. Number 6, I'm happy to take a polygraph. I'm not so sure why you're happy, because if it comes back as a false positive, you're suspect number 1. Number 7, I was just guessing. Why would you guess? Why would you speculate? You shouldn't. If you don't know something, I don't know. Number 8, ask anybody. Don't say that. Those other people are probably going to say something that contradicts what you said. Number 9, I don't need to think about it. Yes, you do. So think about it and keep your mouth shut. Number 10, fine, I did it. You say that, game over. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you soon.